Good morning everyone. So far you have understood the shunt controllers as well as series controllers separately, both variable impedance type and also converter based type. Example, SPC shunt controller, variable impedance shunt controller, TCSC variable impedance series controller. Similarly, STATCOM variable converter based shunt controller, SSC converter based series controller. Now in this unit, fifth unit, we will discuss about the combined features of converter based controllers, both shunt and series, as well as series and series. When you combine STATCOM and SSC, it will form the UPFC, Unified Power Flow Controller. When you combine SSC1 and SSC2, it will form the IPFC, Interline Power Flow Controller, in two transmission line system. There are two separate lines. So let us discuss both of these controllers. Very first one is UPFC, Unified Power Flow Controller. Let us understand the functioning of UPFC and its objectives, and then the control circuit of the UPFC. Later on we'll go for IPFC, the functioning of IPFC and its control. So this circuit shows variable impedance type fast controllers. Very first one, top one is SPC, that is the shunt controller, variable impedance shunt controller. This is TCSC, the second one, right side one, thyristor control series capacitor. The philosophy behind the shunt controller SPC is it will vary Vs as well as Vr. In general, it varies the receiving end voltage Vr so that the power flow can be controlled as per our desire or requirement. Similarly here, series controller TCSC will control the line reactance X minus Xc, so that the net reactance will be varied, which will vary the power flow. Power flow is equal to V1 V2 by X sin delta. So it is inversely proportional to 1 by X, or proportional to 1 by X. So therefore, by changing the line impedance or reactance, we can change the power flow as well as power transmitted. That means transient stability of the system. So this is TCSC. So TCSC is much more suitable to control the transient stability of the system. SPC is used to control the voltage profile as well as voltage stability of the system. The third one, this is the TCVR, thyristor control voltage regulator, which will control the voltage magnitude. So delta V injection in phase or phase opposition with the voltage, So therefore you can inject the voltage plus or minus delta V to the bus voltage V, so that you will get the required improvements of the system. This is the third one. This is first one, second, third. The fourth one is phase angle regulator. Sigma can be varied by changing the sigma by using the tap changing transformer. We can modify the power angle curve, P delta curve, so that it will improve the power flow. So these are the four different variable impedance type FACS controllers. Now the second one is voltage source converter based PAX controllers. Very first one, here it is, first one is STATCOM shunt controller, which is more superior than that of the SPC, which will provide the functioning of all functions of SPC, as well as the speed of the operation is faster than that of SPC. The second one is SSSC. It is also much more superior to that of the TCSC, and it also provides all the functions of TCSC. So this is the SPC based voltage regulator, third one, which will regulate delta V to the bus voltage V. So it will use the GTOs. So GTOs are used here in order to control the voltage magnitude of the transformer. This is the SPS based phase angle regulator, which will provide the phase angle sigma can be controlled by using SPS, static var compensator. Here also we will use GTOs as a switching devices instead of SCRs. So therefore these two are also superior than that of the previous controllers. So that is the summary of all different controllers. Now I would like to explain the UPFC behavior and its functioning. So this is the series, the first one is the shunt controller, second one is the series controller. So series controller is useful to change the injected power, reactive power of the system, Q, PQ. So, and the shunt controller may be used with the help of DC link. It can be used to control the PPQ, active power. So therefore series controller may inject the voltage VPQ in series with the line, so that effective voltage is sending end voltage plus VPQ. VPQ is the injected voltage of the controller UPFC. So therefore V effective equal to Vs plus VPQ phasor addition. Here this is the Vs, this is the VPQ. By adding these two you will get the V effective. So the VPQ can be added at an angle sigma with the Vs, so that you will get the effective voltage, improved voltage with the help of UPFC. So this is the equivalent of UPFC. So VPQ is the injected voltage, and here PPQ is the power exchange between the converter and source. So the delta is the angle between V effective and VR, and the delta naught is the voltage angle between Vs and VR, the power angle. So because of the injection of VPQ, so there is a effective voltage change in magnitude V effective, Vs effective, and change in angle from delta naught to delta. So delta is the variation in voltage angle. So with that we can provide the required active as well as reactive power compensation to the system. So that is the more advantage with the UPFC than other devices. Now let me explain. This is a series converter, this is a shunt converter. Series converter is connected in series with the line with the help of step down transformer to match with the system requirements. So here it is the shunt controller. So this transformer will provide the low voltage. So step down transformer is there, which is coupling transformer, which will match the voltage and current requirements of converter with the transmission system. So this is SVC, STATCOM, shunt controller is STATCOM, series controller is SSSC. So here this is the control circuit of the UPFC, These are the measured variables, parameter settings. This one is parameter setting. Measured parameters are compared with the reference parameters, V reference, Z reference, sigma reference, Q reference are the required reference signals, voltage, impedance, and phase angle and reactive power. So any one of the signal can be taken, or more than one signal also be used for the computation of required firing pulses to the converter 1 and converter 2 with the help of gate pulse generation. So for that, you can take one of the parameters as a reference, V reference, Z reference, sigma reference, Q reference, and those reference signals are compared with the measured signals, actual signals, and error can be generated. So that error signal is passed through controller and we get the appropriate gate pulse generation from the control circuit and controls the converter 1 and converter 2 as per desired requirements. So these are the back-to-back voltage source converters are used as UPFC, Unified Power Flow Controller. This VPQ is the voltage injection. So this is the injected voltage. V plus VPQ, you will get the effective voltage V plus VPQ. That is the phasor addition. So, and based on VPQ value, you can get the required reactive power as well as active power exchange. So in general, it is an equivalent to injection of voltage in series with the line. Very first one is figure A represents voltage regulator, in which delta V plus or minus delta V has to be injected in phase opposition with the bus voltage V, so that it can be varied V plus or minus delta V. So therefore the magnitude of the voltage can be controlled very easily. So in the second case, line impedance compensation. So the equivalent impedance compensation, V can be controlled as V minus Vc and V plus Vc. Vc is the compensated voltage, equivalent voltage, that is I into X. It may be Ix drop. That Ix drop, X may be leading or lagging, or capacitive or inductive, so that we will get the negative injection or positive injection. So this is line impedance compensation, which can be used as equivalent voltage injection. So third one, phase shifting. By changing the sigma plus or minus sigma, you can change the effective voltage. Effective voltage is V plus or minus V sigma. That is the third case. This is the third case. Plus or minus sigma is used to alter the voltage. V plus or minus V sigma are used. In the last case D, simultaneous control of voltage, impedance and angle. So that possibility is there. You can control in multiple ways, such that you will get the most effective control. So this is P plus jQ is equal to VR into this effective voltage, which is in terms of VPQ. By changing the VPQ value, P and jQ can be controlled. Active power as well as reactive power of the device can be of the system can be varied by changing the device settings. This is the P minus jQ, that is equal to Vs minus VR by Jx into VR. So this is the system power without any compensation. So the Vs and VR both are expressed in terms of delta, and VPQ is expressed in terms of sigma and delta. So by changing the sigma value plus or minus sigma, you can change the VPQ. By changing the VPQ value, the active power can be varied as well as reactive power can be varied with the help of VPQ. That is shown here. So therefore the QR is expressed like this and PR is also expressed. So QR is also expressed in terms of VPQ. By changing the VPQ, QR can be controlled, delta and sigma, the function of delta and sigma. So therefore PR is also expressed in terms of the delta and sigma. So this P can be controlled, VPQ maximum plus or minus value. So therefore P minus V into VPQ maximum by X is one value, lower value. P naught plus V into VPQ maximum by X is the positive value. So this is positive and negative. P naught must be in between these two, so which can be controlled between the acceptable values. So VPQ maximum plus or minus, that means the sign can be changed by controlling the device. Similarly, Q can also be controlled based on VPQ maximum. So Q naught minus VPQ maximum by X is the minimum value and this is the maximum value. In between minimum and maximum, Q naught must be controlled. So therefore the reactive power injection can also be controlled by changing the VPQ value. So now I will stop here. In the next video we will discuss about the control circuit of UPSC, and in subsequent chapters we will discuss about IPQC. Thank you.